Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me this evening. Today is Monday, so you get to ask political questions and personal questions. Thank you, chat monitors, for your help, and I will see you in 1 minute. Hi, Ron. Hi, Sarah, Sharon, everyone. I hope you guys saw that lady. Her name is, I have to pronounce her name correctly now. Maria Ovsyannikova. Maria Ovsyannikova. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm hoping I pronounced it right. I was so impressed with what she did. She put herself in a lot of danger. But you know something? For now, I don't feel anything is going to happen to her, but I'm going to continue to look into it. In fact, if anything, she has scared the Putin circle because she basically told Russians the truth. And believe it or not, except for Putin and his circle, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people in Russia, but most Russians do not like to be lied to. And, you know, the way things are going, intuitively, I feel like saying a lot of them are unhappy. So I feel if anything was to happen to this woman, Russians will be more involved into what's going on in Ukraine than they have been for the past, since the war started. And people everywhere admire someone who's brave. I feel what she did today was shocking to a lot of Russians. Yes, at first glance, some of them I just couldn't believe. They couldn't believe their eyes. And yes, some of them will continue to deny they will continue to deny and say she can't be real. Okay, until they discuss it among themselves and agree something is wrong, because a lot of them have been living in denial. But also, like I've said before, the truth is seeping in many ways. And the corpses, whether they've shipped back to of the young soldiers, poor kids, it's terrible, that have died in Ukraine, whether they send the corpses back home or for some reason they were never found, because it seems like some of those vehicles were incinerated, destroyed. I mean, I've seen some pictures that are really bad. These people are going to join forces, like I've said before, with regular people who are against the war. This woman's bravery, you know what I was getting after I saw the clip of that woman saying this, and I watched it a number of times because I've seen other videos where they have English subtitle. You know, a lot of Russians, a lot of guys are beginning to question their own bravery. As men, this woman stood up and did this. So if I were Putin, I would sleep with one eye open, because this woman intuitively, I feel, opened a can of worm that's not going to bode well for Putin, and even among the security apparatus in Russia. she has shaken them to the core. She has forced, intuitively, I feel like saying, I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but her action is forcing a lot of people to question themselves, whether in government or civilian. It feels like to me, this is going to start something, or at least help incite, or at least motivate some people who did not want to be part of protesting or doing anything. Because like I've said, I believe earlier and many times before, when you live in a society like authoritarian society like in Russia, it has a psychological impact, and it's very difficult to get. You're more comfortable staying there, ignore everything that's happening, you focus on making a little bit of money, be able to eat every day, and force yourself to accept it. So her action is forcing a lot of people to look in the mirror and ask themselves, one day, when their kids ask them what did they do, they're going to have to find a good answer. That's intuitively, that's what I feel. Her action, the response to her action is going to be, Putin wish he could do away with her, or off with her head, basically. Unfortunately for him, that would cause too much. The reverberation of, or the repercussion of him doing something like that would be too much. And people are already, I'm sure they know where she's going, or where she is. She's being questioned, obviously, by the authorities. I'm sure they're going to say she's an American, or something to that effect. I wouldn't be surprised. But yes, she is. The way I am getting her right now, I'm seeing her sitting down and being very tired. Okay, and when people are screaming in your face, all kinds of obscenities, and calling you names, she's under a lot of stress. I don't see them beating her. Like I said, as I'm saying this, I'm being shown a guy last week while they were arresting a bunch of protesters, and I don't remember exactly, in St. Petersburg. I mean, not St. Petersburg. Was it? There is a place where they usually gather, and they arrested a woman. That guy, that policeman, you have to be a sick puppy to do something like that. About 2 or 3 other policemen were holding the woman, but her, when they hold you by your legs and by your hands, your back, basically, you form a shape like this. And another policeman got out of a car and kicked her on her side, while the other 2 were holding her. So people like that, to me, something is wrong if you can just get out of your car and kick someone who's already, basically, she's a woman. What is she going? Yes, she was fussing with the other 2, but she doesn't have the strength to fight 3 guys. And he got out. So people like him, and I feel like saying that guy, I'm never going to forget him, and I'm sure at some point we will hear about him too for kicking that woman that way. Things are going to change in Russia. We will hear about his fate. But the reason why I'm bringing him up is people like him who do those type of things, who could harm this woman without thinking because they are ignorant, uncaring. They have their own mental situation going that could harm her, but I don't feel that's going to happen because usually there is 1 or 2 of those types of people in the group of interrogators. But thank God, because of the way she did it, the whole world is watching. Not that Putin cares, because he's killing a whole bunch of Ukrainians, the world is screaming, and he's wondering, what am I doing that's wrong, as if everyone should accept it. But his turn will come too. But I feel like saying, I feel this young lady, Maria, she'll be okay. I will continue looking into how I see her plight going, but I feel she's going to be all right. And the young lady, the basketball player, Brittany, I believe that's her name, Brittany. Did I write it down? Because I mentioned her last week. I feel, she wants to go home, she misses home, but I feel she's okay. For some reason, I don't see her, like I said, it seems like she's in an area by herself. There is no other prisoners or something, or she's not sharing cells or something like that. That's the way I'm getting her. She's a bit alone, but I feel she's okay. Can somebody please remind me? I'm looking for her name, but if I'm looking away, what the name of our basketball player who is in Russia? That's Brittany, right? But that's what I am getting when it comes to, as far as updates. Joel Tilson says, yes, the Russians are fleeing the country for Finland and other countries. Yeah, stupid. He thinks he's a genius, Putin. Just like Trump. He thought that doing this and also clamping down, bringing the Iron Curtain back down, was a smart thing to do. If he thought the brain drain that Russia went through, the great scientists, the very bright engineers and all, well-educated Russians ran away before, watch this one. This is going to be worse. Because all the goodies that the West, they have become accustomed to, it's hard to give up. Yep. So Putin and his enablers are going to have a whole lot of splitting to do, as they say. Yep. Okay. But yes, a lot of people are going to continue to run away from the country. Well, from the administration. I mean, the Putin oligarchy, autocracy, dictatorship, they all fit. Let's see. All right, I'm looking for questions. Oh, 1 second. Somebody asked me a question. Somebody asked me about cryptocurrency. I don't know if I answered that question. The cryptocurrency thing, Biden is going to do something about it if he hasn't already. So I don't know if the person who asked me that question watched. And the crypto at this point, I think I've said this before, this sounds familiar. I'd be very careful with it, investing money in it. They have a whole bunch of predators out there trying to convince people this is the way to get rich. That's not true. Like yes, I do remember saying this. If you can play the little, 2 to 3 points up and down, and you buy and sell that way, yeah, you're fine. But the notion that it's going to go up astronomically and make a lot of money, I don't think so. Okay. Where is Maxine Waters is asking, where is Putin putting all those people they are arresting? Do they really have enough jail space? In fact, Maria, I believe, said that today. She said, or someone else called on Russians to go out and protest. They cannot arrest all of them. And what they have been doing, I read this, it's not my prediction. They arrest people. They give you a summons to show up in court. of course they can't keep, or even, from what I understand, they arrested over 6,000 people. That they gave him desk or some kind of summons. That's all they do. I mean, which is bad enough, because if they slap you with 15 years in jail, 15 years in jail is for if you call the special military intervention or whatever they call it a war. You get, or if you say anything that's against the government, you get 15 years. Holy cow. There you go. Thank you, Mimi Rose Brittany Grinner. I couldn't remember her last name, but I associated her with somebody, a friend of mine, the name of a friend of mine, and I that's how I remember. Okay. Greener, so green. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Let's see. All right, I'm looking, scrolling. Angela Smith said, let's put Putin into a freezer. Believe me, that's coming. Okay. Claudia Paiva says, Emilio, President Zelensky has said he wants to meet with Putin in person. That's a terrible idea. Do you see that happening? And if yes, will Zelensky be okay? Zelensky will be fine. Oh, Zelensky is pretty smart. Zelensky is the dummy. First of all, Zelensky did ask, but Putin is not going to do that. He's too much of a coward, okay? In a sense that basically Zelensky has been showing this guy off. He's stuck, Putin is stuck in a stuffy white room, okay, with a huge table, sitting 10,000 feet away from other people. Zelensky is talking, and Zelensky is talking to, this guy put Putin to shame. But according to what I heard, this is no prediction. My prediction is, and I've been saying this for a long time, I don't see anything happening to him, but that doesn't mean he should go and put himself in harm's way. So, but Zelensky demanded free passage wherever, well, except not to Belarus now. We're going to get serious here, to either Israel or someplace neutral. And I don't blame him. And as I was saying this, it feels like to me, let's say, for example, if you were to meet Putin in Israel, Israeli Air Force would go and pick him up. That would be the safest thing, so that Russia wouldn't shoot it down, because that's how desperate I feel Putin is. Just to get back, this guy basically, you guys have no idea how badly, how humiliated Putin feels every time this guy goes and speaks. Let's say, for example, this coming Wednesday, he's talking to Congress. Has Putin ever been invited to speak to Congress? He spoke to the House and of the British. I don't remember how they call their Congress over there. The House of Commons, something like that. Yeah, and he had people clapping on their feet and everything. Putin looked like an imbecile, if you want, Guys, terrible. So that doesn't make Putin hits him even more now. Yes, Putin feels like he's showing him off. Okay, I'm scrolling. Let's see. Someone else that's looking pretty bad these days as well. Ron DeSantis. He's not looking very good. Today, I saw a clip of a video. He was giving some kind of talk somewhere or news conference. He had a bunch of people around him. and there was some kind of second floor, but it was, I don't know how to explain this, but you can stay up on like a balcony type of thing, looking down, and somebody dropped a whole slew of $100 bills on him and the people he was talking to. They were protesters, basically. So, thank you very much, Maxine Waters, for generosity of the super chat. I appreciate it. So, yeah, that was quite embarrassing to him, and they dropped it because they were calling him, the way he goes and gives tax breaks and stuff like that to the big honchos, and he refuses to help some areas. He basically trying to cut their budgets. Schools in certain areas where they bucked the notion that kids didn't have to wear masks. So he hasn't been very happy. So there is a guy, I don't remember his name, he's an activist who's been after DeSantis, and it's getting pretty embarrassing for him and among a lot of other people who are screaming at him as well. So that's another fool. He thinks, oh my God. Anyway, let's see. Hi, Bright Opal Taro, how are you? Okay. Oh, either this week or next week, we're going to have Linda G again. It should be fun. Cheryl 522 says, Milo, I have to get my tooth capped Wednesday. How bad was the experience? Do they drill first? Takes 2 hours, the dentist said. Well, it wasn't bad. It's just like you go, let me see. Yeah, they drill the tooth, they prepare it. It's just like any tooth, nothing out of the ordinary. They give you Novocaine and you don't worry about it. I don't know if, well, mine took a little while too, probably at least over an hour. So I don't remember exactly. I was probably there for, about an hour or so, because they have to, if you have cavities, they have to remove it, ship the tooth, and then they take the impression, and then they send it away, and then when it comes back, they call you, and you have your cap. So it wasn't nothing to worry about. Okay. Yes, Parliament. Thank you, Arlene Forney. Oh, wait a minute. So what's the difference between Parliament and House of Commons? Oh my God, I just created a couple of questions for myself. I thought, that's interesting. I have to look into that. Michael Grant says, Ron DeSantis cough. The COVID is not, the COVID is not real. Florida. Yeah, people are laughing at him now. Angela Smith says, you mentioned there will be 3 men coming my way. I have 2 of them, but they are married, so I don't think so. Do you see someone that are singles coming my way? I feel like saying yes. I mean, and you don't know. I don't know if I gave you the names and if those people, how they match, if they match the people I described to you. I describe people, I agree with you. If they're married, you don't want to go there. It's up to you to pick the person that you want. But since you said I described 3, you met 2, you're going to meet another one. But I feel there are going to be more people coming your way, okay? And who's Brian to you, Angela Smith? Can you please call me? Oh, boy. Let me get my YouTube number. Let's see. I posted the number, Angela, but I feel there are going to be a few more coming your way. So, all right. Colin Brown says there's nothing to discuss with Putin. I agree. You know something? This afternoon, all right, I'll remember what I was saying. Hi, this is Milu.
Yes.
Hi.
Mr. Milo, this is Angela.
Okay, hi. Okay, who's Brian?
How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are
Okay,
you?
Brian, I have two Brian. One is my biological brother, and the other one I met 4 years ago, but he's a player,
Oh,
so I
okay.
dropped him.
Oh, all right. That's the Brian I'm getting. Okay, but there are two other people I feel that you're gonna meet. Okay, so and also
Okay, because you mentioned,
there is a name that starts with the letter T as in Tom. Okay, or Tony.
okay, that one I met.
Oh, you met that
I
one?
met.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
He's
Okay.
married, and but I don't like his attitude because he's a millionaire. You think he can control everyone and buy you all.
Oh well, that's it.
I
What a
don't
lot of
want
people
that.
with a couple of
And
pennies.
that's the one that you told me he thought he's all that.
Oh, okay.
And then I met, the second one I met, his name starts with him, Michael.
Oh,
He's
okay.
another one, just the same thing.
Oh, all right.
So
Well,
none of them work.
that's
I wanna know
okay.
if there is
At least you
if
met.
the third one is going to be single.
Well, let's hope so. And there is one with in the name starts with the letter A. Okay.
Okay.
And there's another one I feel like saying the letter W, as in Will or Williams, something like that. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So
Good luck.
BMW. Okay, I will be looking for that because you were extremely accurate.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
You're awesome. I love you.
Thank you. Love you
Thank
too. God bless. Bye bye. Okay. I was talking. Now, you know what? Okay, I will answer this question. Sibs and family say, Milu, are the Syrians going to join the war? It feels like to me, okay? Yes, some Syrians are going, but they are going as mercenaries. They are being paid because Putin is facing a dilemma in Russia. I feel we haven't, or it's seeping out. We don't know much about it yet, but he's having trouble getting soldiers to go to Ukraine. So that's beginning to come out. So that's why he's going around looking for mercenaries. The place I was trying to remember earlier today to tell you guys was Chechnya. That's the place he invaded, and they have some kind of warlord in charge of that country, and who's making all kinds of threat, thinking he's some kind of superhuman. And I'll tell you, if he goes to Ukraine, he's a dead duck. That's my prediction for this guy. That's going to bring him down to earth pretty quick. I wish he would go. But I think he knows he will go and rush out. He's not going to stay or take part in any fight because Ukrainians will eat him like the. Oh my God! I'm saying this. I'm laughing, but I don't enjoy watching young Russian soldiers being killed. Unfortunately, Ukrainians have to take kill or be killed situation. But I do feel I've never felt that way before. But the young Russian kids that are dying, because somebody lied to them, it bothers me as well. But what are you gonna do? Okay. Oh, thank you, Dan. Artist Spencer says Parliament is divided into two branches: Commons and Lords. Oh, okay. That's why I was hearing I remembered because I've never really gotten into understanding the English system. So thank you for that. Blue Dog 101, she says the same thing. House of Commons and the House of Lords make the UK Parliament. Got it. All right. Thank you, Blue Dog. Cynthia Pierce is asking, what type of work do you see my son doing? You know what? The minute I saw that, I don't know if it's for a technology company or there is something with technology here. Okay, that's the minute I read your, Cynthia, I read your comment. That's the first thing I got. So, yeah. Okay? Something working with for a tech company. Oh my God. I'm sorry, RL2008. How long ago did your sister pass? Because if it was less than 3 to 6 months, they usually don't come through. You know, rarely people come through, but it's usually someone who has been there for a while who's, I don't know, I can't explain why, but usually someone who's been there for a while usually bring them forward and do most of the talking. Okay? Who was that again? I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, RL 2008. RL 2008, can you please tell me? Okay, RL 2008, can you please call my YouTube number? Laurie Smith, you make me laugh. I couldn't avoid it because you are right below Karen Williams' heart, so that caught my attention. Bilu, how are you? I heard Putin have a group of witches working for him. Is it true? I don't think so. I mean, and don't get me wrong. In Russia, they have some pretty good psychics and astrologers, but I wish he did contact an astrologer before he did this, because if he did, he wouldn't do what he's doing. They would have, advised them against it. And they would have told them, at least if you were going to do something, this is the best time to do it, or something like that. Because he's failing guys miserably. It's really bad. Okay. Karen Williams says, Milu, I'm so tired of being alone. Am I going to meet anyone soon? Well, I feel like saying yes. And are you taking part in any activities where you can meet somebody? Okay. And 1 second. There's a C name, a name Charlie, or a name that starts with letter C, okay? Karen. And there's a Sam or an S name. Okay. So there are a couple of people coming your way. But, try to take part in activities, make that happen too, because when we pass it, once we leave school, college that is, or even high school, or if you're not in school, okay, I think that's the better way to put it. If you're not in school, my friend, a lot of things become harder when it comes to dating, because we are no longer exposed to this whole slew of people that you can talk to, and go out with. Sean is asking, Hamilu, do you still see me meeting a Hispanic woman that will marry down the road and have a family? I feel like saying yes. I don't know if I told you this, but keep an open mind, absolutely. Okay? All right. Let's see. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. Bright Opal Taro says, don't know if you've answered this. More people are getting involved on their own. Now China thinks of supplying Russia. This is turning into a world conflict. You know what? I went over this today, the video I made earlier, and also once or twice before I touched on the same subject. The probability of this turning into a world conflict is very small. Okay? China does not want a world war. They want to be world big honcho, but they don't want a world war. That's not how they want. Like Putin is using, from what I understand, Russia has a history of doing what Putin is doing. Putin is being checked right now. That's not how. She is passive aggressive, okay? But I don't feel they want nuclear war or a world war or anything of that sort. They want to rule the world, but not that way. Putin is stupid enough to think he could do this. He could pull this off. And right now he's learning. Not going to work. So, yes, Biden is using the same tactic, outing people, using the intelligence, whatever, however they collected it, I don't know. Okay? And that basically put a damper on China's willingness to help Putin. But don't expect much from China. China giving Putin a lot, no. Because intuitively, I feel Putin doesn't have much respect for, she does not have much respect for Putin. He does not consider Putin a great planner, if I may use that word, a strategic thinker. He thinks Putin is stupid. And he thinks Putin feels that he can use brute force to achieve anything. And that's a big turnoff to him. Yes, you could do this in the 17th century, 16th century, or whatever century you want. But this day and age, where you have everything on video, and people will play it for you at any time, and you can't deny it. Well, you can deny it, but no one will believe you. You will look like a bigger fool, just like Trump trying to deny something that's on video. But no. From what I understand, I was reading right before I came that Russia asked Xi for some MREs, meal ready to eat, that the military have, because lack of planning again. Their MREs expired. From what I understand, the other day I said 2002, but from what I understand, the expiration date on those MREs was 2012. She may give him those things, or at least was thinking about giving them those things. But I don't feel she is going to give any help to Putin to prolong this war or to help him win. They're not going to, basically slide over and take our side because they want us to be busy with Putin while he's, yanking the chains behind the scene and hoping that he will topple the West or America first and then the rest. But that's not going to happen. And I believe she and those around him are are realizing the smart thing to do is stay away from Putin. He's toxic. So don't worry, my friend. Let's hope. I don't see this turning into a world war yet. Not now, not the next month or so. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I don't see it. And when I go to sleep, I focus a couple of minutes on what's going on. I would hope that if something like that was going to happen, I would see something. Okay? Mars is asking, what type of person is Edward Snowden? I know he was a traitor, but did he intend to betray his country? Does he still have love for America? Oh, I'm sure he does. What's happening with him? He's a very unhappy puppy. The type of people, for better or for worse, I don't remember the story completely, but he was trying to make public certain things that were confidential, or some top secret stuff. There are ways to do things. At that level, when you are dealing with state secrets, the way he went about it was wrong. The way Venman went about outing Trump was the right way to do things. But you don't divulge state secrets, something that can put your country at risk. At least that's the way I see it. I'm not saying, not to let somebody know in the government, listen, this is wrong when you start complaining. I don't know. I've never worked in government. I have no idea. But I would rather shut up than to make something sensitive public. Unless it's going to kill people in this country, then you blow the stack up maybe. Okay? Just like the lady who outed those nuclear plants where people were being contaminated, and from what I understand, I forget the name. Oh my God, there was a movie made about it. She's still around, she's still alive. She basically blew the whole thing. So that I can understand because that's people's health, and they're trying to sweep it under the rug, and people are getting sick and stuff. That's a whole different story. I don't remember the name of that. 3 Mile Island, I believe. Yeah, that's it. So something like that, that's different. But yeah, I feel he went overboard. Let's put it that way. And yes, he regrets it every day. That's what I feel. All right, friends. Let me see. Question. Isadora Clark is asking question. Could Russian soldiers leave the army and join Ukraine troops? Absolutely. I don't know. I'm not seeing them doing that. And I don't think the Ukrainians would really trust them. But I explained something like that earlier. Putin has to be very careful. The thing that the young lady earlier today who went behind, who basically put her sign saying no war and told everyone that they are being lied to. Soldiers are seeing it. Soldiers have already communicated with their counterparts in Russia and throughout the world. They know what's going on. I was thinking about this the other day. Some kind of major civil unrest or civil war, because I'm sure the people who are pro-Putin in Russia would probably put up a fight. This is not out of the realm of possibilities. For some people, basically, to say, you know what, this is wrong. We got to fight it. Because civil war is such a loaded word, but it's very possible. Something like a civil war. I'm not saying it's going to happen, friends, but I'm saying the possibility is there. I was sensing it this afternoon after that young lady said that, and I was getting all the different ways something like that can happen. So, but I don't see Russian soldiers fighting, at least not yet. Yes, the potential is there. I don't know how much Ukrainian soldiers would trust them. So, but there are some things that, like I said it earlier today, I hope I did. Putin is standing on quicksand. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, friends, thank you very much for spending time with me. I appreciate it. If you would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video. My phone number is at the beginning, my YouTube phone number. If you want, you can call and make an appointment. Or you can send me an email at psychicmilu.com, at psychicmilu@aol.com, psychicmilu@aol.com. Thank you, chat monitors, for your help. I appreciate it. Ron, I didn't forget. I was working on something, but I'm gonna go to UPS. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. If you like the channel, please subscribe and also tap on the bell in order for you to be notified when I'm online or when I post a video. Please hit the thumbs up. That would help me a lot as well. Again, everyone, thank you for your support. Those who are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for your support as well. And for subscribing. I will see you all tomorrow. Till then, bye. Oh, I hit the wrong button.